What's up YouTube, and thank you for stopping back by the channel. I truly appreciate it. Today I thought while I was cleaning my FX6 filter, I would go through how I have my filter set up and what works for me for my 125 gallon tank. This filter, in my opinion, is okay. When my tank was fully stocked with all the cichlids I had, you know, I think it kind of underperformed, and maybe that was my fault with how I had this set up. But you know, right now I just have my Synodontis catfish, my dino fish, and my juvenile Thai silk flower horn. And the setup I'm using now works great. So I figured I'd just go through it with you all and just show you what I have going on and maybe explain a little bit about the filter for some of the people that are new to this FX6. So I've already cleaned it. Let's get started. I'm gonna break it back down and show you what I have. So when you pull the basket out, take these off. These are to help you get it out of the FX6. So on the FX6, let me see if I can. Let me see if that show up. That's not gonna matter. If you're unfamiliar with how the flow goes down to the bottom of the filter. It comes back up the sponge filters on the sides, and then goes back down through the center of the filter and then out to your tank. It's not like your Fluval 306 or a lot of your other filters. It's a couple passes to get back in your tank. So like I said, it comes in first, passing no filters, up the sides, these filters here, and then back down through the middle. So your final pass is going to be your bottom center tray. So let's break this one down. So my first layer of filters, I just use the regular black filters that come with the FX6. And make sure when you put these filters in here, the rib side is what you want the flow going into. It creates more surface area for the bacteria to catch, and also to catch your waste material in your tank. So I use both of those for my first pass going back to the tank. Pretty simple, and I really don't need a heavy filter setup for. Like I said, I only have 3 fish in the tank now, so this works fine for me. My second pass, let's see here, polyfill. And if you're not familiar with polyfill, hang on. Walmart. It's like $5, maybe $6. It lasts you a while. You can use this in everything. I'm actually gonna start using this in my planted tank because that's going through a lot of filters and they're starting to get really expensive. I mean, I'm going through a filter in that tank like one a week, and you know, those are expensive. But anyways, so we go into the polyfill, and you always want your coarse, your medium, and then your fine. So like I said, the flow rate, I got my coarse, and then coming back down through, you have your mediums, then you have your fines, which is your polyfill. So I have on the second tray, I have that polyfill, and I have this polyfill also with 2 bags of Purigen that I regenerate. I always keep a couple on hand. Actually, the ones I just pulled out of this tank were a freaking mess. Let's see here. You see that? These are the regenerated ones. These are the ones that came out of the tank. And this is a month's use. So when they start looking like that, you need to regenerate them. I have 2 of those in here. And then on the bottom, this is the fine charcoal filter that comes with the Fluval FX6. It's just that pad. So this is just what works for me. Depending on your load in your tank, you might need to set yours up a little differently. So I kind of like to place this polyfill to catch all the open spaces, so that whatever's not going through the Purigen will, you know, get filtered a little bit. So let's put that on there. Then my final tray. Is my bio. This is the last I want going into the tank. I want everything filtered before it touches my bio. And that's all that's in here. This is the oh geez, I have to put it in the description what it is. I don't remember off the top of my head right now what it's called. And a simple trick I actually have for washing this is when you're cleaning your filter, you have your drain plug on the bottom. You should never wash this with your regular tap water because of the chlorine and everything in it. I just open my drain plug and I wash it off this way. That way I'm using the tank water clean it. You just want to knock some of the debris off it. You're not trying to physically clean it. That's it. So I have bio is the last going out. Second tray. Of course, it's not going to want to go together. There we go. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this. I did have Chemi-Pure in here, but it's like, it's an older one I had. It's like 5-6 months old, so I just got rid of it. I don't need it right now. So I had that in this as well. Just a small bag of it. Then my top tray. If I can get it together. There you go. Then your rods. I'm a little OCD about this. I see a lot of people putting these back on here like this, and it drives me insane. You see how it's curved? See how it curve? I like the curve to follow the curve of the actual filters. I don't know why. It bothers me when people put these in here like that. So it doesn't matter either way. It's gonna go in your filter just fine. But it bothers me. So the filter, you know, I usually will pull the motor off. I clean the filter, I clean the tubes out, clean the top tube off. I just did that not that long ago. Fluval recommends leaving this half filled to prime the filter. I've done it both ways. I've done it without priming it, and I just open the import from the tank and let it, I'll listen for it to fill up and then start it. I'm just using the water in the tank to prime it instead of doing this, and it's, you know, be a lot heavy for some people. Doesn't really bother me, but it's more convenient just to leave some of the water in there. Also, another mistake I see people making, do not clean your tank after, don't drain your tank after you do this. Wait a couple days, you know, if you have a heavy bio load in your tank. For me, it wouldn't matter because I only have the 3 fish. You know, you want to leave the water in your tank and let this get reestablished. Then, you know, a couple days later, then do your 25% or 50% water changes, whatever you're doing in your tank. So you just set this back in here, grab the top. Put your top back on. Figure I might as well just run through this. Very simplistic design, but effective. You know, don't torque the crap out of these. Don't do that. If you all need me to do a video pulling the motor off of this, let me know. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how to clean the impeller. I'll show you how to clean the magnet. I can show you how to clean out the whole thing. I just figured for time's sake and just a quick video as far as how I stack my FX6 filter for my needs. I just make a quick little tutorial doing that. All right, that's all you gotta do. Always make sure you put your stop plug back on. Now this filter came with a easy drain kit and also a gravel vacuum that you can hook up to this, close one of those, I think it was the import, and then it'll pull from here, and you can use this motor to vacuum your gravel through a filter. I really don't use that. I find it to be more of a hassle than just using my regular siphon to clean the tank. But that's all I have for you. I thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do, and let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Have a great day.